Alright, so the low bar is now on, as you can see. Looks mega. um, wasn't too bad to put on. Of course, they're never quite as simple as you think. I had to move my underglow back a bit. I have these 12-volt LED strips underneath for my underglow. Now, Miro will make you bars with downlights in. Just simple, these sort of lights facing downwards, all right? And you can do it quite easily. I asked not to have it because I've got these LED strips underneath my trucks, which if I put underglow on this bar, it wouldn't match the same light effect that's on the sides, and I'll have to redo them. I didn't want to do that. So I'm happy with my underglow, so I just kept it as it was. But that meant with this new bar, my new mount for it, the LED strip had to be moved backwards a little bit. Not too difficult, but something I've completely forgot about. So I did this, took me Saturday to do it, just maybe 4 hours, 4 and a bit hours to do, but that was mainly wiring. So I just wired them up. I think it was, I always find this a bit confusing, series versus parallel, because I know what I'm doing in my head, I just do it, I don't really think about it, but I think it's parallel is the circuits that I'm using, the type of circuit. So the old bar had two circuits on it. It had Markerlight and it had a wigwag unit, which controlled its strobe light. So I just unplugged the wigwag and feeded it out, and then I just cut the circuit that goes into the beer unit here for Markerlight, and then unscrewed the bar and it came off. This one was relatively just do the reverse. So I soldered all the Markerlights together into a parallel circuit and then wired that into the wires that I cut. And then the two strobe lights, I just put JST plugs on them with resistors, and they're wired into the wigwag unit, which, as I say, it's got 4 plugs on it now, 2 for the bottom bar, and there will be 2 for the top bar eventually. And yeah, that was relatively straightforward. Drilled 2 holes for the mount. This thing is solid. So he's on there, and it looks so much better. I'm so happy with it. So yeah, that's the low bar on it. We'll say relatively straightforward. Yeah, not really much else to tell you really. I am now, I'll show you, doing the roof. So that's the roof off the truck, which, to be fair, the roof's not even screwed on my truck. It's just sat there, and I just had a few wires to cut, and the whole roof comes off. So yeah, got to put that one there on now. And then I'm going to put 2 marker lights up here as well. So 2 from Madam at Model Lighting Solutions. I'll just drill 2 holes each side, glue them in, and then I'll run the wires through, and they can be marker lights as well. And then I just need the 2 red piston kings to go roughly here. And yeah. So yeah, put the roof bar on as the next step. That might take me a little bit longer. There's a lot of wires, and I can reuse the original holes, thankfully, for wire running. The actual mount's further back on this new bar, and then I'll have to probably drill a couple holes on the front. I can use this slot, because years ago I wasn't very good at soldering, and I didn't want to cut the servo plugs off, so I just cut a slot and pushed the plugs through. But obviously now, if I was to do it again, I would have just cut the plug off, drilled a small hole, and pulled the wire through, and then resoldered the plug. But yeah, I did a nice job painting this all those years ago. Anyway, so that's the next video. I'll do the roof bar, and then I'll probably, show you the pictures of how I've done it. I've taken the sunroof off as well, just to make it a bit easier. But yeah, pretty happy with that. It's getting there. It's looking nice. Matches my step lights now, which I got from Miro a couple years ago. So yeah. Anyway, next video I'll have the roof bar on. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in that one. Cheers.